I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no, but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch they at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I say, babe, he said it's a.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now a second down throw for Mariota. And this one's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball at the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. On third down, Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like you did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Lavonte David in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mariota now on second down. Caught here by Conley. Now the ball comes loose into the Redskins. How did they do? Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Throw left side is complete to Reed. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 yards there and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Off of play action. Luck. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Now Mariota. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Zach Brown in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. On the move to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. He had a little bit of a turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, nice move. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you've got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Mariota now. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. And down inside the 15 he goes. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. The give is to Jones. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there, another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described, and I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Hunt. Uses the spin. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Hunt. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I know a lot of coaches like the toss play because they think it can be a real momentum shifter. Get the ball to that back who can get to the corner and turn it upfield. And on this play, that's exactly what they got, including a first down.
On the run, this is Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll try the air now with Locke. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. They go play action here on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that'll bring up second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
A toss play to Hunt, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Locke. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Looking downfield for Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
12.
On second down, here's Locke. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for the Redskins on third down. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Hunt. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Now Thompson. Pushing through the contact. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. On third down, it's Hunt. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be second down. On play action, Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Let's go.
Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set.
One.
Second down, Mariota. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's go. Go ahead.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck, buying time to his left. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, Luck. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw on second down is Luck. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Redskins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
One. Keep it rolling.
To throw is Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Out comes a Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
On 3rd down, that's Hunt. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Hunt. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Right, 622.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Now Luck. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mariota. Going deep for Moncrief. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And that one results in 35 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Mariota to throw it. Flush to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Back now in Tampa. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here's Luck. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Busting free, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Mariota. Forced out to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Zach Brown in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Mariota. Steps away to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They run with Hunt. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 19 yards that time for number 19.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go, Mexico! One day. Call. Run! Shit!
Throwing on third down, Love. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Flushed out right. And able to find Conley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A second down throw here for Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Four down. Check out. 90.
They run again with Hunt. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let it roll.
Play action. It's locked. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Right back to him on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Conley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Up to the line, Mariota. His guys will go for 2 here. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Flush to his right. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Luck gonna throw it. Airing one out for Crowder. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up ends. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for Washington, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.